You've scanned a QR code for student creation in coding. For the project in which my students completed, we use the Tinker app. And with this app, students are able to code using an interactive ecological pyramid. Now you're wondering, okay, what in the world, how did this happen? Well, I'll start from the beginning, and I will state that, I have, fifth grade students who have in previous years, just the data's just shown that they've struggled on their EOGs and benchmarks with questions related to cycles in nature, in ecosystems, and also between relationships between producers and consumers. And so we just had Hour of Code in December, and I actually found some wonderful resources already created and already put together where that teachers can actually use. And this one in particular, like I said, is an interactive ecological pyramid. Students use the step-by-step instructions that guide them through creating and animating a fun project. So the students have a chance to have the organisms interact. They'll be able to use research to complete the project. And so as you may decide to go into Hour of Code and look for some opportunities there, you definitely need to think about the needs of your students, particularly within the content areas. But of course, you can simply look at their skills and how much experience they have with coding before using Tinker. Of course, Tinker is more of an intermediate tool that you would use with your students. So, fifth grade science standards, Tinker, Hour of Code. But there are dozens of other projects on there that don't even involve science. There's some with social studies, ELA, and you can definitely filter through. They're available for all K-12 content areas. And so you can, right now, you can go to hourofcode.com /en/learn. Use those filters to narrow it down, but do check the boxes for the lesson plan and also for self-led instruction. Okay, and that will, and of course, when you select your content area and grade band or beginner comfortability, that will narrow down some options for your needs. All right, so be sure to view, to actually go right on to use the QR code and go right to this actual activity and play around, have fun, explore it yourself. And then don't forget to go to the Padlet to, once you've looked through those other options within Hour of Code and Tinker, see if there's other ways across those content area and grade levels that you would be willing to go ahead and use right in your classroom. So please go to bit.ly /capital P for capital S and capital P, and the rest of the word would be Padlet, in order to access that Padlet. And let's curate some ideas there that we can come back and view later on. And for the last part, it's now time to scan another QR code on your dice to learn about another tool that allowed my students to create and also explore the content areas in the library.